Damn road never ends, just like your nagging, Tina.
Jax, you think the road is more important than our kids or my sanity? Wake the hell up.
Ain't nobody more tired than me, Tina. I'm just a piece of meat to keep your fancy life rolling.
Don't give me that crap, Jax. You're always out chasing miles while I chase a damn breakdown.
Well, maybe next time I'll drive into the sunset and leave your nonsense behind.
Yeah, Jax, run away again, just like all those trailers you're dragging behind.
Tina, maybe I'm just a damn ghost on wheels because I can't escape this hell.
That memory, the one I'm trapped in. A moment now carved in granite. The very last time I saw her. Spoke to my wife. Watched the oblivious laughter on the faces of my children. It was utterly, painfully ordinary. I remember the smell of burnt toast. The impatient way I packed up for work. We weren't having a dramatic goodbye. It was just a Tuesday. But she had seen it, hadn't she? My wife, my anchor, she had somehow grasped the precious, fragile nature of now. Her eyes, on that final morning, held a quiet, shimmering depth, like she was drinking in every shadow and every sound. She was living in the moment, hoarding the seconds. And I was the fool, the arrogant schmuck, always operating on another day to come. I always banked on tomorrow, on the infinite well of shared futures we had promised each other. We'll talk later. I'll apologize then. I'll tell her I love her when things slow down. Then things didn't slow down. The world didn't just go to shit. It fractured instantly, brutally, swallowing all the tomorrows I had so carelessly wagered. Everything went terrifyingly silent shortly after that. A silence that screams louder than any explosion. And now all that remains is the echoing loop of that last fleeting conversation. It's not just a memory that haunts me. It is the entirety of my existence. Her final words, the quiet wisdom in her gaze, the tenderness I was too distracted to truly absorb. It has become the only reality I inhabit. A relentless, ceaseless reminder of everything I should have done, everything I could have been, and every priceless second I wasted betting on a tomorrow that never came. The dust, a fine perpetual film of pulverized everything, was the first thing you noticed. It coated the viewport like a bad memory, obscuring the horizon to a smear of bruised purples and grays. Even now, decades later, Hume too ate through it, 20 feet of hardened glass and composites parting the gritty air, only for the vacuum-sealed wipers to smear it back around for another go. I hated that dust. It was the world's way of constantly reminding you it had settled. I ran a gloved thumb over the smoothed chrome of my pilot's cradle console. The dull shine, reflecting the glow of 1,000 diagnostic readouts. Used to be chrome was for show. Now it was just there. Like us, we were all just there. It wasn't a bomb, not exactly. No mushroom clouds, no glorious definitive bang. That would have been too easy, too merciful. No, it was slower. The Great Hesitation, they called it in the archived propaganda reels. Or, as the old-timers in the commune muttered over their synth whiskey, the world just kinda shrugged. Climate change, yeah, we had that. Floods, fires, the usual planetary tantrums. But then came the hyperseismic cascade. Started slow, a tremor here, a fault line there. Earthquakes in places that hadn't even dreamed of a tremor in 1,000 years. Cities built on solid ground suddenly found themselves doing the salsa with tectonic plates. It wasn't just shifts, it was an unraveling. Imagine the ground beneath your feet, not just shaking, but breathing. In and out. Rivers vanished into newly opened chasms, only to reappear miles away, boiling from subterranean heat. Mountains groaned and reshaped themselves like sleepy giants. And the seas got greedy. They didn't just rise, they lunged. Whole coastlines, not just inundated, but actively consumed as the land beneath them decided to take a permanent vacation.
Remember that old saying, Miller?
I muttered to the empty comms channel, just for the sound of my own voice.
Earth moving under your feet? Yeah, well, it stopped being charming right around the time my Aunt Mildred's petunias took a dive into a bloody gorge.
Miller's tinny voice crackled back from his station.
She was more pissed about the petunias, honestly. Said the Earth was being uncivilized.
I grunted a laugh. Miller, always the optimist. Or maybe just deeply sarcastic.
Sounds like Mother Nature's got a damn attitude problem.
Yeah, and I don't think she's done yet. What's next? A tea party with the volcanoes?
The Earth's just throwing a tantrum, like everyone else.
Well, between the shaking and the petunias, I swear I saw my luck run off with a bottle of whiskey!
Well, that's why we keep moving, before the bloody ground swallows us whole.
Yeah, sure, and maybe the Earth will throw in some more missing flowers, why not?
At this rate, we'll be planting crops on a damn spaceship.
A spaceship? Great.
The Earth's throwing a fit, and we're caught in the middle. Welcome to the apocalypse.
Yeah, and all I wanted was to tend my plants, not ride this damn roller coaster!
Well, maybe next time stick to garden gnomes, Miller.
Or maybe I should just stay home and let the planet do what it damn well pleases!
Sounds like a plan. Just try not to scream when the ground gets extra feisty.
Oh, you bet your ass I will!
The panic wasn't a single wave, it was a constant low-grade hum. Governments tried. Oh, they tried. Build higher, build stronger, build deeper foundations. They poured trillions into track infrastructure projects, these very roads we now clung to. Miles and miles of super-reinforced earthquake-proof highways designed to connect the last remaining bastions of stability. The idea was to move people between safe zones, to re-establish trade, to keep the lights on. They even had a fancy name for it, the Resilient Network, which in retrospect was a hilarious piece of branding.
They built roads for cars, Jax.
And for stopping. They didn't build them for this. Not for us.
The constant wear with no upkeep, it's bad, Jax. Bad.
Don't remind me.
She was right. The architects of the Resilient Network, people like her father, envisioned rest stops, maintenance bays, thriving new towns at each node. They thought they were building lifelines. Instead, they built a trap. The ground kept moving, not just once, but perpetually. Small tremors became daily occurrences, then hourly. Sinkholes, not just isolated pits, but gargantuan, hungry mouths opening and closing in the landscape. The very act of stopping became a death sentence. Let me get you acclimated to this moving city on wheels. Hume 2. Imagine a big rig, now amp that up by 100. Football fields long and tires as big as a man. Trailer 4. Water reclamation and power storage, the lifeblood. Every drop is recycled. Every bit of sweat and shower water is scrubbed and repurposed. Also houses the capacitor banks that back up the reactor. The real miracle of the land Leviathan is that we haven't all died of thirst or, nuclear radiation. The human zoo, the distractions. Trailer 5 and 6. Living quarters, Spartan but functional bunks for the crew of 30. You get used to the low-frequency thrum of tiny nuclear explosions right below your pillow. At Trailer 7, the commune, bar and mess hall. The psychological core of the rig. A large open space with a bar and reinforced kitchen. This is where morale is maintained, where grim realities are temporarily drowned out with the kind of synthetic whiskey that tastes suspiciously like battery acid. Trailer 8 and 9 passenger quarters. The holds. Tighter, bunk-style accommodation for the civilians, the doctors, the specialists, the essential cargo who paid, or were deemed worthy, to be on the last whisper of civilization. Trailer 10, manufacturing lab, where the pulse units are cooked up and where 3D printers churn out spare parts. The unsung heroes who literally synthesize our continued existence. Trailer 11 and 12, cargo scavenging. Hangar, storage for supplies, and the deployment bay for our high-speed runabout vehicles. They perform quick scavenge ops, always on the clock, knowing the clock is ticking down to the moment the ground beneath their feet decides to swallow them whole. We've come to be called the Preservers. Yeah, we're kind of a big deal. The crew, particularly the core drivers like me, are the highest echelon of the surviving world. We're the final greasy barrier against the total collapse. Without the trucks, there is no movement, and without movement, there is only death. It's that simple. To the civilians, we've got mythic status. We're like boat captains steering a tiny ark across a world that's decided to become a watery grave. Kids memorize the names of the major rigs. Hume 2, Centurion 4, and the ghost we all talk about, Prometheus 7. Our heroism is mixed with a terrifying absolute power. We hold the destiny of everyone on board in our hands. A bad decision, a nod off, a mechanical slip-up, and hundreds of lives, and a crucial link of track are lost forever. My reward, not money. It's the silent, terrified respect of every eye that watches me walk by. Endless comped synth whiskey, a warm meal in the commune, and the grim satisfaction that everyone knows. They're only alive because I haven't messed up yet. The growl of Hume 2 is my lullaby, a constant, thrumming assurance against the quiet oblivion that lies just an inch beneath our tires. I'm Jax, the preserver, driver of this behemoth, this rolling city, this last whisper of humanity's defiance. The skeletal network of road is our lifeline. Stop and you're gone. Just like that. The abyss.
Status check, living quarters.
I radioed, my voice a gravelly rumble. The pilot's cradle gave a familiar micro-vibration, the gentle rhythm of perpetual atomic chaos.
All clear, Jax. Bar's got a lively crowd tonight, considering.
Came the reply from Miller, our comms specialist.
Copy that. Over and out.
I grunted. Optimism was a luxury few could afford, and usually it got you killed. We ran on fuel, on grit, and the terrifying knowledge that one wrong move could be the end of everything. Suddenly, the comm system spat static in a voice, strained and panicked. Mayday! Mayday! This is Prometheus 7! We've got a major structural failure! Engines sputtering, we're losing power! A collective cold breath went through the bridge. Prometheus 7. Good rig, good crew. My knuckles whitened on the steering wheel. Prometheus 7, this is Hume 2. Give us your coordinates. Can we offer assistance? A gut-wrenching moment of silence. Then a hoarse whisper, negative Hume 2. Too fast. We're going down. Tell the others. Tell them to avoid Sector Gamma 9. The track, it's gone. The last word was a wet, gurgling sound, abruptly cut off by a deafening roar that vibrated through the very chassis of Hume 2. We all felt it, the earth groaning, the colossal echo of a collapse. Another segment of humanity's last highway, devoured. Miller slammed his fist on the console. God damn it! Not Prometheus! That little shit still owes me money. I shot him a withering glance, then barked, my voice raw. Everyone to their stations! Miller broadcast the Gamma 9 warning. Immediately, Nav, plot a new course, reroute around the hole Prometheus just made.
Kale, what are you looking for?
His calculations.
Why didn't he build the road to last, Kale?
He did. He built it for the world then. He built it for stopping. He thought we had time. That's what killed him, Jax. Optimism.
Then we drive for the world now. Forget the stopping points. Find the line, Kale. Find the speed.
Yeah, well, maybe if I could find his notes.
Listen, Kale, I've driven through hell and back, but this resonance shit takes the cake.
I'll keep looking.
You do that.
Good. Maybe next time you'll keep your mouth shut and let me do my thing.
I get it.
Exactly. And the devil's name is Math, Jax.
Well, show me that sweet spot where the road's not about to wipe us out.
I'm working on it.
Damn. So we're just gambling with a miracle, huh?
If miracles paid, I'd be a millionaire by now.
Either that or dead, Kale. So let's find that line before it's too late.
Hold on, Jax. I think I see it, but it's a long shot.
Whatever it is, Kale, just make sure it's enough to keep...
Engineering, check structural integrity, all trailers. Let's make damn sure we're not next. On the Hume, her nickname was Junkie. It simply stuck to her like axle grease to wool. She was a stray, with a voice still carrying an accent from her hometown of Bristol, England. She had been marooned stateside when the world went dark. But here now her primary role was deceptively simple, but was impossibly vital. She managed every mechanical element of the Hume. The immense wheels, the grinding brakes, the endless rolling stock. Everything, in short. That wasn't the volatile nuclear core. It was all the complex, dirty metal-on-metal work that kept the hundreds of tons of iron moving. She rarely called up from her workshop in the rattling, fume-choked rear car. But when she did, the command line went silent. This was one of those times.
Oh shit. Oh shit, we're fucked if that gap spreads.
Just keep your nerves, Junkie. I've seen worse. Trust me.
Yeah, easier to say, Jax, but this looks bad. Like real bad.
Hold tight. We're rerouting. And I swear to God, I'll drive us out of this mess.
Damn right you better, or I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, well, maybe you will. But right now, We gotta stay cool and fix this shit.
Easier said than done, man. I feel like a squirrel on speed.
Then act like a squirrel and stay alert. Asshole. We need all hands on deck.
Fine, but I swear if this rig goes down, I'm stealing your eyes patch.
Yeah, good luck with that, junkie. Maybe I'll lend you my shitty hat instead.
Don't tempt me. I might actually do it.
Remember, we're in this together, you crackpot.
Yeah, you're right, Jax. Just wish I had a joint right now.
Gotta focus, junkie. No smokes, no jokes, just survival.
Fuck. Survival's overrated. But here I am, barking orders and panicking.
That's the spirit, punk. Let's make it through this shit.
Damn straight. I'll keep monitoring the static, see if any more shit hits the fan.
Good. I'll keep steering and fixing what I can.
Oh man, I can't believe we're still alive after this nightmare.
Don't jinx us, junkie. Long way to go before sleep.
Outside, in the swirling dust and the never-ending twilight, sparks flew as our maintenance teams, suspended on the elaborate gantry systems, performed a daring fix on the moving rig. A faulty hydraulic line on the third trailer, a flickering power coupling on the propulsion unit. They were heroes, dancing with death. I gripped the wheel tighter, eyes fixed on the flickering holographic map that showed our ever-dwindling network of roads. Each red segment marking a destroyed track was a stab to the heart. "We keep moving," I said, the steel in my voice unbreakable. "That's what we do. We're the goddamn preservers, and we'll keep moving until there's nowhere left to go." The transition onto the glass bridge was marked by a distinct change in the truck's resonance. The deep bass of the pulsar core now had an unnerving, high-pitched harmonic overlay, like a vast, invisible sheet of steel humming under pressure. The reinforced tires, each one taller than a grown man, made a subtle shushing sound as they sped across the slick, almost transparent track surface. For 10 terrifying seconds, the vibration was deafening. The holographic map shimmered. The cabin lights flickered. It felt as though the rig was trying to atomize itself. Then, just as suddenly, the truck settled. The high-pitched whine was gone, replaced by the familiar deep-throated rumble. "Speed confirmed." Vibration reduced by 60%. Kyle breathed, slumping in her seat. "We made it, Jax. We bypassed the kinetic node." I eased the speed back down, my hands steady on the wheel. "Miller," I said, looking out at the endless ribbon of track. "Tell Marcus to tell the passengers to enjoy the synth whiskey. The preservers have delivered them to the next sunrise." The road stretched before us, bought with the death of one crew and the terror of another. And somewhere, out there, beneath the perpetually moving ground, the earth waited, hungry. The collective sigh of relief in the bridge was short-lived. A new angry red icon flared on the pulsar core diagnostics panel. External vibration anomaly, resonance echo. "Zara, report. What's the anomaly?" I demanded, the earlier triumph dissolving into acid in my gut. Zara's voice, usually steady, was clipped with urgency.
It's not a crack, Jax, it's a reverberation. The Prometheus collapse didn't just open a hole, it sent a pressure wave through the bedrock miles away. Our engine is picking up a harmonic, like a dying groan, bouncing back from the ground. It's subtle, but it's putting stress on the pusher plate mounts.
Can we dampen it?
We're trying, but the wave is propagating along the track bed itself. It's telling us something happened far bigger than just a sinkhole.
Kyle leaned forward, her face bathed in the sickly green light of the deep scan display. Miller, who had been listening in, keyed the intercoms.
The seismic reading. It's showing a concentrated heat signature near the collapse zone, several kilometers off the main line.
Heat signature? Could be Prometheus's core going critical.
No likely, Jax!
If a metal monster's awake, we're already dead.
Kale cut in, her voice hushed with realization.
It's moving. It's small, too fast for a meltdown.
She brought up a secondary layer.
And look at this long-range ping.
Go on.
It's a weak, proprietary signal.
I stared at the screen. Centurion 4 was notoriously ruthless. They were known for cutting weight and resources the moment things got tight. Why drop a valuable drone? Was it damaged? I asked, already knowing the answer.
It's Centurion 4's transponder. But it's not the rig itself. It's a drone signature.
Kale said, meeting my gaze, her eyes heavy. The preserver code was simple. Thou shalt not stop, but thou shalt not abandon. But that code was rapidly decaying under the crushing weight of existential survival. Scan the drone's manifest, Kale. I ordered, my voice low and dangerous. The seconds stretched as the remote signal filtered through the swirling dust. Finally, Kale spoke, her voice flat.
Well, looks like Centurion 4's hiding more than just junk, huh?
It's got a vault and 2 lives. Sounds like a payday or a trap, Jax.
Either way, I want to see what's so damn important they're risking a family.
Great. Another radioactive shopping bag. Just what I needed today.
If they wanted quiet, they shouldn't have used a drone and a beacon.
No kidding. That beacon's a big neon sign. Come get me.
Maybe they're offering a bonus if we find the vault first.
Yeah, right. Or maybe we turn into smoky toast instead.
Whatever's in that vault, it ain't gonna be cheap.
And I bet it's booby-trapped, just to make it fun.
Yeah, fun's what we're about. Surviving and blowing shit up.
Oh, excellent. Just what I needed. More radioactive crap to fix.
Bet you'd love that, Kale. Fix it or burn it.
Just hope that vault isn't some cursed treasure, Jax.
Cursed? Nah, sweetheart. It's probably worth a fortune, if we live that long.
Well, I'd prefer my fortune in water and safe, thanks.
You and me both. Let's go see what Centurion 4 was so damn desperate to hide.
Yeah, 'cause getting blown up sounds like a great hobby.
Don't worry, Kale. If it blows up, I'll be sure to make it part of the show.
Lucky me. I get to be the explosion cleanup crew.
Damn, this is getting more interesting than a rodeo.
Just another day in paradise, huh?
Paradise? Kale, we're closer to hell on wheels.
And I think I swallowed a piece of it.
No guarantees I won't be the next snack for the radiation vault.
Well, let's open it then. See what kind of trouble Centurion 4 was hiding.
Time to earn some black market creds, or get roasted trying.
Whatever's inside, we better be ready to run, Jax.
Ready or not, here we go.
The choice was a cruel mockery of the life we swore to uphold. The track ahead, though still structurally sound, lay through a known, unstable volcanic shelf, the Dragon's Tooth section. Crossing it demanded maximum speed and focus, stopping, even for a moment, to decouple and deploy our own scavenger vehicle to retrieve the abandoned drone meant risking the lives of the 200 people on Hume 2. It meant pausing the heart of our defense, the constant movement, in a zone actively groaning from the aftershock of Prometheus's demise.
Jax, listen. The bridge is a no-go. This decision is a damn death trap.
They left people behind. We're not trash recyclers.
But if we start ditching the weak, what the hell are we even fighting for?
We move. Every second counts, and none of this guilt trip matters.
So, what, we're just gonna leave them? That's bullshit!
No more debate. If we hesitate, we're dead meat.
Can't believe we're choosing between the damn bridges and human lives!
I know, Miller, but survival ain't about picking over corpses.
Yeah, but what if right? What if we're just trashing our future?
Miller said, his hand resting near the emergency manual override for the throttle. They abandoned people, Miller. I retorted, hitting the button to dim the interior lights, plunging the bridge into a tense gloom, punctuated only by the glowing consoles. That goes against everything the network was built for. We are the last human movement. If we start jettisoning the weak, what's the point of moving at all? Kale pushed her chair back, the squeak of the dampeners loud in the silence. The weight. Every ounce mattered in the speed calculation. Centurion had prioritized its survival over its cargo. I looked at the glowing red dot on the map, the abandoned drone, a tiny, defiant pinprick of life off the main line. It was only 5 kilometers from the track edge. We could do it if the ground held. Kale, calculate the minimum speed required to remain kinetically stable across the Dragon's Tooth. If we are stationary for 5 minutes for deployment, I commanded. Then we don't stop. We slow down just enough for a live drop. Miller, get Marcus ready. We're going to try the impossible. I initiated the slow deceleration sequence, overriding the automatic core protocols. The rumble of the pulsar core deepened, the hundreds of micro-explosions briefly slowing their cadence. The speed dropped from 70 mph to 60, then 55. A wail of protest came over the intercoms from the gantry hub.
Hold tight, Zara. We're doing a live retrieval.
I could feel the shift in the chassis. The The gentle, rhythmic thrum of the nuclear engine was replaced by a more violent, jarring shudder. The rig, used to its constant high speed, was complaining bitterly. Kale, target the deployment coordinates. Miller, get Marcus and 2 runners suited up in Trailer 12. They'll use the magnetic grapples. They get 10 seconds on the ground, maximum, and then they're back, or they're abandoned. That's the deal. As the massive truck, weighing thousands of tons, slowed, the dust outside seemed to thicken, pressing in on the bridge. The ground, now subjected to the truck's slower, more sustained pressure, was indeed breathing. The Dragon's Tooth volcanic shelf loomed ahead, its jagged, fractured surface a terrifying challenge. The entire rig was now vibrating violently. Marcus's voice, surprisingly calm, cut through the noise.
3, 2, 1, deploy!
The rear of Hume 2 briefly opened like the mouth of a mechanical whale. 2 figures, shielded in heavy armor and secured by retractable magnetic lines, dropped onto the track. They sprinted toward the immobile drone, their feet pounding the fractured asphalt. On the main screen, Kale tracked the seismic readings. I threw the throttle forward, bypassing the smooth automatic acceleration and slamming into manual ignition. The pulsar core reacted with a terrifying, instantaneous surge. The truck leapt forward, the acceleration slamming me back into my pilot's cradle.
Marcus, tell them they're too slow. They're past the window.
Just as the 2 runners reached the drone, a sound like tearing fabric echoed up from the track. A newly formed crevasse, thin but deep, opened directly between the drone and... The retrieval team was trapped on a small, unstable island of asphalt, separated from the safety of Hume 2 by a sudden jagged gap. Miller yelled, fear cutting through his sarcasm.
I see it!
My mind raced. We were now rocketing toward the Dragon's Tooth, an unstable overspeed condition. We couldn't stop. We couldn't reverse. Then there was an explosion. The drone and the retrieval team were gone. Immediately after, the console picked up on a beacon. It was Centurion 4, and they were approaching at a rapid pace to our rear. It was a trap.